The most annoying and fearful enemy in the universe. The Gundams. It's a Gundam! A new model.
It's a goddamn Gundam! Welcome back, everybody. So today we are continuing building the Gundam, and we're putting together the chest unit. So to do that, we're going to need section D. We're going to need piece number 25 and 32. And as well, we're going to need some much smaller parts. D1 and D5 right here. And as well, D30. D30. That piece right here. So somebody on the main channel was telling me that doing the RG models were a bad idea. Now originally I thought it was because he thought they were hard. I don't think that they're necessarily difficult. There are a lot of pieces, but the thing is, there are a lot of, this is a small piece, but there are even smaller pieces. Like there is one piece that I came across that was a little bit smaller than this ball joint. And it was really tricky to put it in, especially since I have some pretty big hands and pretty big fingers. My fingers are actually thicker than the legs of the Gundam. Alright, so now we put together the itty bitty pieces, D1 and D5. Alright, so it's telling us to be careful with the direction. Alright, it's so having big fingers, this is a bit of a tricky part. Alright, so that's in. Okay, then this part, so this is going to face this way. Okay. Okay, so now you have to be careful that you're putting them in facing the right direction. And this guy, and then this part goes into the top hole over here. So everything fits. And then we make the spicy sandwich. All right. So you just snap everything nice and snug together. So these things should still be maneuverable. And then we move to the next part. So we're going to need again section D, so 23 and 24. So now for this one, it might be a little bit tricky. So the best thing to do is always try to orient the piece according to the manual. So in the manual, the hole, as you can see here, is on the outside. So that's lined up, and then we just simply sandwich the other piece. And there it is. That part is done. So now we've got all of this to go. Not that many pieces, but it looks like a lot of steps, but it's really not too complicated. So we're gonna need parts H. So that's piece, so section H1, number 1, and number 2. So these ones are a little bit harder plastic. So we clip these parts out. Clean them up. Now I also have sandpaper and a file that I could use to make it ultra smooth. Okay, so now we are doing this part. So these are very simple. They just go at the bottom over here where this hole is. So you line up that peg. All right, and there we go. Both pieces in. Now we need section G2. So G is the red one, and we need piece number 10 and 11. So these two are right here. Okay, so these parts go over that spot right there. Okay, so there's two, okay, I just realized that there's 2 pins over here and 2 holes. So I had it upside down. This is one of those few rare moments where I envy those with small hands. Okay, so there's that part, and now we're going to put the other part on. All right, so both sides are on. So I am a pretty big guy. I'm 6'2", 230 pounds. I used to do a little bit of bodybuilding. I still do, but I used to too. So with weight training and excessive eating that's required, your body does become much bigger than normal people would be. So now let's move to the next piece, and we'll need piece number F1. So that's the blue section right here. So we'll need, section F1, piece number 2. For a second I thought I already used part number 1. All right, and then we're going to need section A, and we're going to need part number 5. So part number 5 right over here. So you always want to have the clippers, the flat side towards the model. Take this part. Make sure that's straight up. Like the truth, straight up. Word. All right. Snapped in nice and snug like a bug in a rug. Hey, boo-boo. You know what I mean? Oh, all right. So I thought these parts were excess, and I was going to cut them, and I just saw, do not cut these outside parts. Okay, so now for this, it's going to go onto that part. So I don't know what you guys think about these piece by piece videos, putting the model together, but I'm gonna also do a complete video from top to bottom, but sped up and much more heavily edited. All right, so then we're gonna need sections D, E, and A. All right, so we're gonna need section D, piece number 31. So all these are gonna be small parts. So we need this piece. And then from E2, we're going to need piece number 19. So it's this one right over here. So it's another small part. And then from A, we're gonna need, from the green section, this little dot. And God help you if you lose any of these. Let's clip them out. I thought I lost a small piece, and I was going crazy looking for it. And wouldn't you know it, it was underneath the instruction manual. How it managed to get its way under there, I have no idea. It's a Gundam mystery. Right, and then the final part, 31. Okay, this one I could twist. There it is. So, the small gray part goes over. Okay, there is a right orientation. So there is a little line in the back over here. So you need to line up that line with that. And then you snap it in. All right. And then we take the yellow piece and we put it into that part right there. And then we add the green piece, and it also snaps in place. That's actually very nice. It's very nice. So some of you guys might be wondering why the channel is called It's a Goddamn Gundam hobby channel. And I have an Evangelion drawing as the avatar. It's because there's going to be hopefully a lot of Evangelion stuff, and Evangelion is my favorite anime. I'm looking for a large unit, EVA Unit 1 to build, and Mang is all sold out of their 19-inch EVAs, except for Asuka. I might buy the Asuka, but I would rather get EVA 1 first. On to the next part. So we're going to need... Man, these are all small, tiny pieces, huh? Alright, let's get that stuff ready. Alright, so now you're going to take this blue part. You see that pin? You're going to line it up with this hole right here. Like so. And then take the other part. And you line it up like so. Hopefully. Dude. Yeah, I will be ordering some of the bigger models as well. So that's that part, and then we need part E2. Well, section E2. So right here. And part number 12. So that right there. Alright, it's pretty clean. Okay, so obviously they go over these parts over here. So line them up. And press. There you go. So that part's taken care of. Now we move to the next piece. So we rebuild the part that I messed up, but for the other side. All right, perfect. So we've assembled both of these parts. We've assembled the center chest. And believe it or not, we are pretty much done. Now we just have to put everything together, and hopefully everything works out. All right, so we take all right, so this is the right orientation. So this is the moment of truth. So you got these hooks over here. You got that part in the middle, right? All right, excellent. So that part is on tight. And then we repeat for the other part. Now, it seems this part is actually snapped tighter. Okay, there we go. All right, just need a little bit of extra elbow grease. All right, so there's that. And then we place that on the top here. But I do need to do some repair. And the jewel case came off. So it's going to be like this. So this ball joint goes in here, but I'm not going to do it just yet because I need to do a repair to place it here, and I don't want to do it on camera and mess things up. All right, so I appreciate you guys giving me a lot of your time today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We are getting there, folks. So in the next video, we're going to put together the arms and the arms, then the wings, and the last part I'm going to assemble will be the wings. All right, so thank you very much for tuning in to another It's a Goddamn Gundam episode. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.